Hi, this is Todd Gulinson with Remax Fine Properties and the Todd Gulinson team. And today I want to introduce you to an absolutely incredible program. Could you imagine if you could take a home, let's say it's yours, and let's say it's worth 450 grand, and only put in about 50 grand and turn around and immediately sell it for 700 grand? Well, this program will let you do just that. And not only that, instead of paying the contractor 1/3 up front, 1/3 in the middle, and 1/3 at the end when they finish the remodel, you don't have to pay a dime until you sell the house. I know that sounds too good to be true, but it's not. And I'm going to tell you all about this program, okay? Don't let investors steal the equity out of your home. Flip your own home. What if you could take this house with this kitchen and turn it into that kitchen? Or how about this bathroom and turn it into that bathroom? In other words, improve the value of your home, let's say from about $450,000 to $700,000 with a $50,000, maybe $75,000 remodel. Now I know what you might say, Todd, I don't have the funds to do the remodel. Problem solved. Or how about this, Todd, I don't have the contractors to do the remodel. Problem solved. Or Todd, I don't want to live in a home that's being remodeled. Once again, problem solved. See, a lot of times what happens is a seller realizes they can make a lot more money if they did upgrade their home. But they get completely stressed out and they say, I don't have the contractors. I don't want to deal with the construction. I don't know how to put it all together. I know I can make a lot more money, but I don't have the upfront money to make it work. All of these kinds of things go into a seller's head. They get overwhelmed and they do nothing. I'm going to tell you a little story right now. Tiny bit sad, but it's important to learn from it. I had an acquaintance, and sadly he passed away. In his will, my acquaintance had 2 children who were the beneficiaries of his estate. They were to split any proceeds left over from the sale of the house. In the will, my acquaintance also listed his best friend as the executor of the estate. Let's say his name was Jim. So there were 3 parties involved, the 2 children and Jim, the executor of the estate. The next thing that happened is Jim decided to become a realtor and sell the house himself on behalf of the estate. This is a true story. I just changed the names. So Jim, the realtor and executor of the estate, sold the home to an investor for $450,000. And considering the condition of the home at the time of the sale, this was actually fair market value. Nothing wrong yet. However, like 99% of most realtors, Jim does not have access to special programs that could significantly help the estate, as does the Todd Gulinson team. Long story short, the investor only spent about 50 grand in the remodel. The investor then did turn around and sell the home that they bought for $450,000 for $700,000. And they sold it a few months later, and they had only put in roughly $50,000. In other words, the investor made $200,000 profit off of my acquaintance's home. Could you imagine if you were the children and realized you could have had an additional $100,000, each one of you, in your pocket, and it would not have cost you anything at all? Rather, after expenses, the 2 of you could have split $200,000, $100,000 for each of you, without having to get together the contractors, without having to do with any of the hassle or stress, and without having to come up with the money. So, to sum it up, you don't have to pay a dime until you sell the home. You do not have to pay interest on the money that was used during construction. We have the contractors that will do this program. And currently, if you wish, you have the option to live in a temporary residence during the remodel. So call for your free, no obligation consultation. The only mistake you can do is to not be informed. 480-662-2469. And thank you so much for the opportunity to tell you about this amazing program.